Welcome back to another Sunday night Stock Talk. I'm your host, Johnny, and this is the Investing for Beginners community. Now, we host these Sunday night Stock Talks every Sunday at 7 p.m. Some days they are live, and some weeks they are just like this, just a regular video. So please tune in if you haven't already, and smash the like button if you find value in this. Now, we're going to get right into it. The U.S. stock market plunged on Friday. They actually lost nearly 3% in 2 days on the S&P 500. They also lost 5% on the NASDAQ. While these are both very tech heavy, they are now sitting in this correction territory. Not really a market recession like everyone's saying, but it can definitely get into some correction periods, right? 10% is a correction, so be aware of that. Now, the sell-off has begun its momentum due to a bunch of weak data points, such as jobless claims near a one-year high, and while manufacturing data came in well below estimates. Now, investors became even more discouraged after Thursday's closing bell with disappointing earnings reports from Amazon and Intel. Now, Amazon missed its second quarter sales forecast and issued light guidance for the third quarter, while Intel announced plans to cut 15,000 workers and gave a dismissal growth forecast. Intel plunged nearly 30% in a single day. Now, this is the biggest single day decline since 1982. Now, in other news, stock futures were already deeply in the red on Friday morning. Investors seemed to throw in the towel after the job report. The economy added 61,000 fewer jobs than expected in July, and unemployment unexpectedly spiked to 4.3%, triggering a widely followed recession indicator called the SAHM rule. The sell-off seems to be signaling a shift in how investors are interpreting weak economic data. Months ago, signs of slowing economy would bolster expectations to Fed rate cuts, which are seen as rocket fuel for stocks. But with a cut now being priced in with certainty in September, investors are wondering whether the economy is weakening too rapidly. Bad news is no longer good news for stocks, etc., etc. So it's been a crazy week. I know I have experienced some of it already in the markets here. We're going to go ahead and share the screen. We're going to go over a little bit more news that we just saw here. Global stock traders face deep buying dilemma after crushing sell-off. Yeah, I mean, 6% in 2 days off of the S&P 500 from its July peak. So it took away all of July's profits in a single day. Tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite IXIC extended losses to its first 10% correction from a record high since early 2022. Okay, guys. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely pretty serious, right? So technically, my oversold watch list would be everything. Everything is extremely oversold, and this is what we're going to talk about in this video. It's not a live stream, but it's a video. Everything is oversold. Now, what does that mean? Well, simple. It means we wait. This may not be the best week to trade, just like last week was not the best week to trade last week. Everything is selling off. If you invested at any point last week, you potentially lost money. Even Bitcoin is down. There's a lot of companies that are down right now. McDonald's seems to be the only one that hasn't suffered off of this 59 stock watch list, but everything is extremely oversold. Waste Management seems to be doing very well, bouncing off of that 196 level, and they're already up 6%, back to 207 highs. Like, that's really nice. But a lot of these companies are very, very oversold. So we're going to be identifying areas of opportunity where we can start seeing the 3 stages of reversal, because right now everything is in stage 1 or stage 2 of a reversal. They're either in the sell-off period, which is the rejection phase, or stage 1, or they're in stage 2 where they're somewhat consolidating at the support level kind of guide, and we're waiting for them to showcase that they can go in an upward direction. Now AMD also looking so, I mean, these are all very oversold. Very oversold. Oh, Realty looking like they have not been affected, along with McDonald's and Waste Management. So that's very nice to know. Intel, huge sell-off. This is the 30 points they were talking about. 33 points in a single day. Intel sold off, guys. That is just insane to me. Insane to me. And they've been trading in this channel for quite some time. Right in this little area, they've been trading. And it finally broke and sold off. I thought I was going to consolidate a little longer and then break up. It actually broke down. Very sad. Palantir, but it does give us an opportunity to potentially buy some more stocks. Very, very nice opportunity. Everything is extremely oversold, guys. So technically I would have to add almost everything to the list of companies that are oversold. Oxygen sold off very nicely after a little bit of consolidation at that 160 mark. Sold off, and now we are waiting to see if we can catch a nice bounce. Potentially between 111 and 120. If I can get in at like even 115, 117, and it goes back up to these levels, that's a 68% profit. So excited to see what happens with Oxygen. QQQ, very, very oversold. It's lost 12%. 12% in like 2 or 3 weeks. 3 weeks. JNUG, very oversold. Now it did see highs, and we called this out actually twice already. Lows of 35, highs of 47. That's a 35% profit in 18 days. And then I called it out again in this area where the yellow lines are, around $35 again, and got up to highs of $50 for a 42% profit in 30 days. To put that into perspective, that's $420 in profit if you invested $1,000, or $4,200 if you invested $10,000. So not too bad at all. Looking like it's going to pull back again, and I probably will want to add a little bit in this 35 to 36 range area. I think that'd be a great area where I'd want to buy, hold for a nice 30% profit. Throw $1,000 in there, a couple $1,000 in there in these levels, and potentially make some good money as it begins to rise. Buy at this area, sell at this area, and you cannot go wrong. So right around that area is a good resistance. So between 45 and 48, and I would buy between 35 and 36. So what goes up must come down. JDST going up. Again, buying in these areas, buying in areas of support. You can easily see areas of support of around $28 and potentially to make 40% profit, but right now it is up already 27%. So that's very, very interesting. Now it is testing this 180-day moving average. So we'll see what happens there. And I may adjust this back to the 45-day. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I don't want purple. Not really blue, is it? Blue. Okay, there we go. And then the MA, I believe I want to go back to 200 again. 200 green. There we go. Starting to show signs of upward momentum still. So that's very nice. Going up almost 12% in a single day on Friday, which was very cool. Which means JNUG sold off, if you guys can see that. So we may consider trading these companies this week, as JNUG is getting very low. Could get lower, doesn't mean it has to. We're going to be adding that to the list. Carvana looking, obviously oversold, but with this, at least there's some upward momentum on Carvana, right? There's upward momentum. Clearly, the green MA line is going up, has a pullback, and you can potentially see a nice 13 to maybe even 14% profit with Carvana if it does decide to start going up. So we're going to set our alert. Whereas Apple really hasn't done much. Now it did break out of this little pattern here, did break out, came back down, and is literally testing another support area here. So this is clearly not a resistance. I'd say resistance is clearly right here, as you can see it touched at this point, and several times at this point. So 22.24 or 224 is a good area. Now this could continue its trend line up, which would be nice. Doesn't mean it has to, as this did get stopped out right around this area here. But overall, it's a strong pattern going up for Apple. Now, I want to say I talked about Amazon, but I don't see it. AMZ in Amazon. Was it Amazon? Amazon has sold off quite a bit too, breaking this trend line here. Very overbought. Maybe it was it Tesla? Tesla's at 207. It was something that oh, Nvidia. That's what it was. It was Nvidia. Now, Nvidia's not looking too bad. I mean, it's in that $100 price point. Yeah, it could go lower. Could go much, much lower. But you guys got to remember, Nvidia is a very, very wealthy company too. $2.64 trillion market cap. It can result in about a 40% profit from those lows if you bought in at 100. If you get it now at 107, that's still about 32% profit if it can recover back to those 141 highs. So we'll see what happens on Monday. Very excited to see what happens, guys. If you are, make sure to tune in. I trade live every single day, Monday through Friday at market open. Anywhere from 30 minutes to about an hour long sessions where you can watch me trade, enter, and sell, and get out of positions and specific companies that I decide to trade that day. Ask me questions, follow along, and kind of get familiar with exactly what I do here and what I give you guys free access to. Again, it's all 100% free. All that I ask is you smash that like button, support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, thanks for joining our Sunday night stock talk. There really is no plan. I mean, there's not necessarily a plan moving into next week. There are a lot of selling off, so we are going to be waiting patiently to see which of these, 60 companies actually decide to come back. Obviously, looking at JNUG, NVIDIA, Intel, Tesla, AMD, TQQQ, still got Mara on the list. Plug definitely, and Ocugen, all on my oversold watch list. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick short Sunday night stock talk. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you all in tomorrow morning's live stream at market open. See you there, guys. Thanks.